Hey young world, it's your boy Commodore, and you watching Hostal Waters TV.
Greetings, citizens, and welcome to another episode of Mars versus Venus. I am your host with the most, What's in Store with T. Moore, and boy, do we have a doozy of a show for you today. Fantastic show topics, awesome questions, and phenomenal cast of characters. The co-hosts, let's start the introduction, shall we?
Voice of reason?
Matasha.
Boy, I tell you, we have a special guest joining us today, Miss Lena Caldwell Wilson in the building, I tell you.
Hi, hello.
And she's here to talk about, some things that she has going on. We can just dive right into it.
Okay, my name is Lena Wilson, and I am the owner of Rebellious Beauty and the owner of Ellen Company Event Planners.
Okay, tell us a little bit about both. We want to start with Rebellious Beauty. I understand that the motto is challenge the rebel in you.
Challenge the beauty rebel in you, that's correct. Rebellious Beauty is a line of all natural bath and body products. We have an assortment of natural bath and body products, from soap to shea butters to candles, massage oil candles, sugar scrubs, lip glosses, all made from natural products, which means some of it is even possibly edible.
Wait a minute. You just said something that struck a nerve. You said those sugar scrubs, I tell you. What is that all about?
A sugar scrub, and most women know that you can use sugar scrubs to exfoliate kind of I call it the yesterday stuff. So all of the lotion and things that you put on you, you scrub off, and then you can rehydrate with the moisturizer.
Okay. What are some of the benefits of using these type of products?
First of all, because they're all natural, there's no alcohol, no color, no nasty things that make your skin break out. And these are all things that, like I said, moisturize your skin, keeps it soft, exfoliates. It's really good for, like now in the winter months, eczema, bad skin rashes, things like that.
Okay. We have this wonderful candle here just smelling up the studio, I tell you. It's phenomenal. What is this about?
This is our massage oil candle.
Okay.
It can be used solo. We do promote it for our couples. It is made out of soy wax, which is not like candle wax. It's totally different. It has essential oils like grapeseed oil, jojoba oil, avocado oil, and apricot oil. What you do is you light it just like you would any other candle.
Okay.
And instead of it turning into a hot wax, like, some freaky stuff,
right,
it actually turns into a massage oil.
That is awesome. I remember this one part of Don't Be a Menace While Drinking Your Juice. And he was burning that cheese.
Right. No.
Does this something like...
It doesn't.
Okay,
it doesn't.
Okay.
I actually brought it so we could, test and let you see how hot it actually gets.
No, let's test.
Well,
Okay.
Matasha got her arm, man.
Well, whoever, we're going to test everybody. So what you would do is all of our candles come in a large size, and it comes in our body shot size,
Okay.
which are 3 smaller sizes. They all come with spoons.
Okay.
So like I said, what you would do is you would light it just like a regular candle, and once you start to get this oil that forms, you would just take a little bit out. You give me a hand on this side.
Oh, Lord Jesus Christ.
And it never gets any hotter than that.
Ooh, that's good stuff.
And then you would just rub in head to toe, elbows, feet, anything ashy.
Now, the benefits to this is it like a calming? Is it a
Yes, this
soothing?
one right here is lavender, so that's very calming.
Okay.
It also comes in white sangria peach. It also comes in berry orange vanilla, and it also comes in strawberry.
You guys got anything? Any questions?
You guys want to try? We can.
Oh, yeah, I'll try.
And again, people see the heat and think, oh, she's going to pour candle wax on me, but it never gets hot.
Smells
That right
phenomenal.
there is the hottest that it'll get.
I'll tell you, we got to give our cameraman Ty House some of this stuff. And T. Kimmy, these guys, they really love this one here. Down at
Go ahead and just rub it in.
694radio.com.
And you rub it in, like I said, it's a head to toe product. It's really good. Hands, feet, elbows, legs, and like I said, you can use it because people say, oh, I don't have anybody, so I can't use it. Yes, you can use it by yourself, but it is something that we do push to our couples.
Okay. Now, in today's society, in today's world, today's economy, you have to have a few things going on. So let's talk about the second part of the business that you have going on, which is the party planner side.
Yes, I have an event planning, party planning company called Ellen Company Event Planners. We are a full-scale party planning company. We do everything from baby showers to church functions.
Nice.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
There's
Amen.
a God somewhere. So what are some of your specialties? Like let's inform the world on what it is that you do with your expertise.
Okay. My biggest thing right now are the candy buffets. They're becoming the really big thing at kids' parties, especially even weddings. We do big candy displays. Every one that I do gets more big and more elaborate. We've had water fountains. We've had little trains and things running around them. Just you name it, we can do it. Some of the treats that we have here on the stage are some of the things that are offered on our candy buffets. We do chocolate covered Oreos, we do chocolate pops, chocolate covered strawberries, and chocolate covered pretzels.
Them chocolate covered strawberries look phenomenal.
Now, do you take
Awesome.
them lips to the birthday party for the kids too?
We do not take the lips to the birthday party. We have modes for kid friendly parties. For every occasion there's a mode. So if there's a Valentine's Day party, we have the lips. If there's an adult toy party, we do have penis and vagina modes to go with those. If we have church functions, we have crosses and things like that. So
Have you ever
Don't
messed
get
up,
those
brought the
mixed
wrong?
up.
I have not. I check it thoroughly before I leave. I check the package to see which one we get. Make sure we ain't about to show up and show out.
to the two.
Right, like, oh, no, that's
I want you to
the
bring
wrong
like
one.
a cross and Peter.
Right. No, we definitely check.
Not the Peter from the Bible.
We check to make sure we got the right one.
No, what's the nickname you gave those, Adrian?
Huh?
What's the nickname you gave those Oreos over there? What you call them?
Man, you know what?
Okay.
So I did bring enough for you all to try. So if you want to go ahead and try one, T has already tried one. But you all are welcome to try one.
Please, dig
I'm gonna
in.
try one. I'm gonna get one of these cookies.
Yeah. And you guys tell me what, let's see, this is live TV, fella.
Cookies good.
You see how she bit into that strawberry?
All right.
Which are also right now being offered with our Valentine's Day special. If you order a dozen of our chocolate covered strawberries, you do get some of our massage oil candles. We'll deliver that to you.
And is that comes along with free?
No, the package is the chocolate covered strawberries and the body shots to complete your Valentine's Day night.
That is awesome. Do you hear that, people? If you want to give out your information, how you need to be contacted, Twitters, Facebook, IGs.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram and Facebook. Our Facebook is Rebellious Beauty. Our Instagram is @1rebellious_beauty. Our event planning company on Facebook is Ellen Company Event Planners. On IG, it's L Company Events. That's one word. And you can always reach us at 216-438-3325.
That is awesome. Since we have you up here, we're just going to dive right into the meat of the show, kind of switch gears here.
We're gonna need a broom or something. Tasha up here dry. If I don't have rats in the studio. Be careful. I'm not that hungry.
We're just going to dive and switch gears and just kind of dive into the meat of the show and start off with some phenomenal questions. Miss Matasha, you're going to love this one here. If you could, would you date or marry yourself or someone like yourself? Think about that one. I'll say it again. If you could, would you date or marry yourself or someone just like you? What you got for me? Go ahead, take it, boys.
Man, I wouldn't want to marry nobody like myself. Somebody different, because there got to be some kind of balance.
Okay.
You know what I mean? No, two people like me, then one's a female too. No.
Be dangerous?
Yeah, very much so.
Boy, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
What you got, Matasha?
I would date someone like myself.
Just like yourself? Mm-hmm. I'll tell you. Let's elaborate on that a little bit.
Well,
Let's hear this.
Please, let's inform the people out here.
Let's hear this dumb answer.
it's not a dumb answer. Well, I'm honest and I have good communication and I listen well. I'm a good friend. I'm a good lover. So I like sports. I like different things. I like to cook. I like, different things. I'm family oriented. So I mean, I have good qualities, so of course I want somebody to have those types of qualities. I mean, I have negative qualities as well. Like, I would constantly be telling myself about myself and putting myself in my place because I have a tendency to.
That's kind of like, that's called self-check, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the person, because I have to be told sometimes, that I'm out of line. And I've not ran into somebody that's willing to put me in my place. So that's probably one reason I'm single.
Okay.
Well, we're going to have to see if T. Kimmy, if that's true what she's saying.
Okay, we're going to have to ask T. Kimmy after the show.
After the show.
Okay.
That's true.
And this one, Miss Lena Caldwell Wilson. How do you feel about that one?
I would not marry someone like myself. That's no fun.
And why?
It's no fun if you know what the person's going to do next. If you marry someone that's just like yourself, then you know what they're going to do next. There's no fun. There's no adventure. There's no balance in someone that's just like you.
That's a great point. Me, I don't know. Because I can be all over the place sometimes, man. I just like to be wild sometimes. I just like to be wild. I don't know if I could kind of marry somebody just like me. But maybe I could. Because I'm a fun guy. I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I like to joke. I can't cook. No, I couldn't marry nobody like me because I can't cook. That's big. That's huge for me. I couldn't marry nobody. No, I couldn't marry nobody like me because I can't cook. I can barbecue and I can cook breakfast. Dinners, spaghettis, mac and cheese, and dressing, and that good soul food. Dun, 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 dun.
Right.
Here's another one. Would you accept a proposal from a person who is still married? Say they, married but separated, and somebody they don't want to give you the divorce or whatnot.
Absolutely not.
No.
Because that chapter's not
Absolutely
closed
not.
yet. So you
Right,
marry
exactly,
somebody else.
absolutely.
Whether
That's
your
right.
mind and your heart is there, legally you still married.
Right, exactly.
Okay. What you got?
I don't think you should start something if something's not finished yet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a lot of baggage already that you have going on, and then you add in this relationship, and that's too much.
What you
Yeah,
got, Lena?
absolutely not. You're
Not at all?
not. Once you finish that, then you come see me.
Now, what if they just been separated for? I mean, we talking real life.
They still married,
Because
though.
You're still
Right.
married.
that's
Still
true.
married.
But you got couples that been separated for years. Still no?
Well, still get
Get
divorced.
divorced,
Right.
yeah. If you're done, be done.
You
Okay.
get in a lot of trouble like that. You got somebody, husband or something, they wife at your house, they come over and slash your tires and pee on your motorcycle. Oh, good night. That is
No,
not
that's
a
a
good
bad night. Well, hold that. We're going to jump right back into something after the show. We got to pause for the calls. You are not tuned in to Mars versus Venus. We'll be back in 2 and 2.
Our town, our TV. Amherst City Cable.
You make me wear my bike helmet. You taught me never to run with scissors. And to follow the swimming rules.
You tell me to stay away from drugs.
To always buckle my seatbelt.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Our town, our TV. Amherst City Cable.
Welcome back. This is Mars versus Venus. I am your host with the most. What's in store with T. Moore. And before we left to go to break, the topics was getting kind of hot and bothered in here. Here's another one. In your opinion, is it possible to love stepchildren just as you do your own kids? Now, that's deep.
Absolutely.
Why?
I have 4, and I love them just like they're my own. I mean, where you come into a blended family, you can't have a separated household. Everybody has to be one. So you have to love them just like their own mother or father would love them.
That's true.
I have 3 stepkids, so yeah, I love them like my own.
I've dated girls with kids, and I haven't married anybody with stepkids, but yeah, that's treat them just like they're my own. You know what I mean? Love them the same.
I think being a step parent is probably one of the hardest jobs that you could possibly sign up for, and you don't really understand how hard it is until you really get into it.
Absolutely.
It all depends on how that kid is, because you can have a kid that's very defiant, you can have a kid that's very rebellious, you can have a kid that's just like, you're not my parent, you're not my, and I think that's where it can really become very, very difficult.
Well, not just the children. Sometimes you have to factor in the parents of the, the other parent.
Oh, yes, this is true.
Right, where you do have, where you and that child is getting close, and that parent feels some type of way that, okay, well, that child's getting, that person's getting close with my child, and I don't want you to take my place. And then you have that thing where you don't have to do what they say. You don't have to behave. You don't have to mind. And then that becomes an issue because you're trying to be a parent to that child, but that child's fighting you because that parent is putting those things in that child's head.
That's a great point. You got anything else on it?
No, I agree. I went through that situation with my ex, so yeah, I agree with that.
How was it?
Well, with my son, his dad got married, and she totally kept him away. So my son is not involved with them at all because she doesn't like my son because he has disabilities. My son's bipolar and takes a lot of medicine, so he's not really your standard normal kid. Yeah. He's got a lot of extra entities about him, so you gotta roll with the punches with him. So yeah, it didn't work out well.
Anything else on it?
I think it has to do with the actual your partner, the person that you're married to, or with, because a lot of times they need to set the guidelines too. You don't have to call him dad or call her mom, but you will respect them.
Right.
And you know what I mean? And it has to do with the upbringing of the child too. You know what I mean? If the child was wild before you got with the father or the mother, then 9 times out of 10 they're going to be wild still, and it's going to be even worse because they don't look at you with a respect level. So I think it has to do with that. Your partner made it that time as well.
And can I just touch on that with the whole thing? My husband and I, we have children from separate relationships.
Who's your husband?
And
what's his name?
Mr. James Wilson.
I tell you, that guy's a hell of an American.
Yes, he is.
And we have, children from different relationships. And my daughter, particularly, I gave her that choice to if she wanted to say James or if she wanted to say Dad. I let them develop that relationship, and as to how she wanted to approach him. And the same with his children. They're okay to call me Lena, but they're okay to say Mom too if they want to. So
that's cool.
It's up to that person, like you said, that you're with to set those guidelines and boundaries. But it's also up to those kids to, be willing to develop that relationship and decide on their own how they want to approach that. Because some kids don't feel comfortable with saying,
that's true.
Mommy to someone else, so.
Oh, here's another one. If your spouse became disabled for the rest of their lives, would you still stay with them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You would?
Mm-hmm.
Now, would you stay with them and still free and single, love to mingle? Or would you just stay with them this is strictly us? I mean, they're disabled. They cannot function in a physical way that you would want them to function. Everything is pretty much shut down. Would you still continue to stick with them on that line as well and not step out? Let's be real here, folks.
I mean, that's a hard one because you kind of don't know until you get into that situation.
This is true. How about you, Matasha?
If it's my spouse, that means I'm married to that person, and that's the whole, sickness and health thing. That's what you sign on for. When you say you're going to dedicate yourself to somebody, it doesn't matter what their mental capacity is or their functioning as a person, because they weren't like that when you married them, so something had to have happened that, they're not doing something on purpose. It's not like they're taking advantage of you. It's something happened, and that's a part of life. And if you're with that person to be with that person for life, then you love them, then that's what you do. You take care of them.
What you got, Adrian?
True enough, man.
Yeah. Okay. Here's one. This is where it's about to get real. Should courts make baby mothers show receipts for what they do with the child support payments?
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Lab on that a little
Heck
bit.
Yeah. I have custody of both of my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't pay child support, and I don't require their mother to pay child support. But if in fact I did give money to her, I would want to see receipts, because the reality is I'm not paying this money for you to support yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? I understand that there's cost and everything of the household, that's fine, but you need to have a source of income too. And I need to see receipts for the money I'm giving you for the children. This is called child support, not life support for you.
That's
you
a
know
great
what I mean?
point. That's a great point. How about you, Matasha?
I think it depends on the situation. If you're somebody who is current with your child support, you're you're in the child's life, you're doing what you're supposed to do as the father, and mom's out there just the kids are coming to your house, they're not properly dressed, they're not properly taken care of, then I think they should be forced to produce receipts. But if you're somebody who's not there, then you don't have the right to know where that money's going because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And when you do pay that little bit, and you have to go to court, and they force you to pay that little bit so you don't go to jail, you shouldn't know where that little $300 went because I've been taking care of the kid the whole time when you've not been around.
Malarkey.
I live it.
He's still doing what the court asked, though. So if the
but
court,
he's being forced to for a second time.
You still got it doesn't matter how much you make a year. You still got to show receipts and proof of it to the government.
But sometimes you have men that are in arrears and they are still doing everything they can for their kid. You don't know how they got in arrears. You don't know. It just might have been an unfortunate situation. But you have men that are in arrears. Kids are at their house for the weekend. They're still buying school clothes, haircuts, and everything.
That's what I'm saying.
But they
the ones
still need to
that
show
are
receipts.
doing,
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's
and
different.
I mean,
she just ain't trying to show no receipts. That's what it is.
No, because I've been taking care of my son for 15 years on my own. His dad is way behind the child support.
Two words. Bull jive. Show them receipts.
Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Okay, we're going to the next one. In your opinion, what's harder? And this is just our opinion. Divorcing a spouse or becoming a widow?
Let's hear from Child and Family Services.
I would say becoming a widow would be harder.
You think so?
Yeah, because you're losing the person that you love and you've been there and you've been together and you didn't lose each other because it was your choice and you fell out of love or lack of whatever in the relationship. You lost them due to death. It's something you have no control over.
Okay, what you got, Adrian?
We're getting a divorce or spouse dying?
Yeah.
Man, you know what? It depends. Because if you get a divorce, that means something was wrong.
Right.
But if somebody dies, you know what I mean? Y'all might have been soulmates.
Yeah.
So to me, I think it's losing somebody rather than getting a divorce.
What you got, Lena?
No, absolutely losing someone. Divorce, you divorce somebody, you're going to see them tomorrow. Whether you like them or not.
Exactly.
They're going to be next door or down the street or at the mall. And you're like, oh my God, here he go again. But if they're, if you guys were married and close and he's now deceased, that's, nothing that you ever want to be into. Nobody wants to be a widow.
Great point. Here's another one. You catch your spouse or your mate kissing on someone else.
Uh-oh.
What do you do? And here's the options. Break it up, walk away and don't say a word, act a fool with both of them, or give me your own personal response. Anybody can take this one.
See, I'm going to act a fool. Because let me tell you why. I done put a lot. No, I'm serious. You know what? I done put a lot of time and investment into that person, and you think you just about to come in and take what's mine? You out of here.
Okay, all right.
You out of here.
Almost got real right there.
It almost got real.
I would take a picture and wouldn't say nothing and call my attorney because somebody getting paid. I like money better than fights. So,
great point. What you got, Matasha?
I would lose it.
No, I would not lose it. Steve, that's where you're wrong. I'm not like that. I'm breaking up. I'm done. I'm not gonna embarrass myself because you chose to be out there and you're wrong. And I don't know if she knows that I exist.
Yeah.
So I'm not going off on her. If I know that she knows, then I'm gonna tell her she's wrong and with a little extra words on it. But yeah, I'm done. Okay. I'm not gonna deal with that because if you're kissing somebody else, you're doing something else with somebody else.
I look at it
That's
like
simple.
I kind of look at it like, what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do in that situation?
Condemn him.
We move on. Do you think technology is killing relationships? Because we tend to give our phones more attention than we do our partners, and that's real. I mean, when you walk through or you see people out dining, or everybody's like this. Everybody. It doesn't matter how old you are. What I've seen old couples at the table like this. I feel like it takes away from the personal side.
It does.
Like I don't like to do this. Maybe it's the era I'm from. Right. I don't even feel like it's manly. I don't want to continuously send you message after message.
Right. When
I could easily be like, let's converse.
Right.
I feel like technology is kind of taking away the personal side of things. What's
that's everything, man. As far as relationships, as far as people's personal business, just like we had a show a couple months back, was stating about how people don't think stuff is legit or don't think it's real or they don't think that you care about them unless it's posted on social media.
Yeah, you did make
That's
that point.
foolishness,
Yes.
man.
True.
Like, you know what I mean? And
True.
it's you can actually tap in and get into so much of somebody's personal life, man, by dealing with something like that. And to be honest, man, that's just a starving beast, man. That social media is supposed to be entertaining, but it turns into something detrimental, man.
Okay.
I think that the cell phone is the lonely person's dream. Remember everybody getting invited to a party and they didn't really know anybody there and they would just sit there. Well, now they can do this and look like they were entertained. My husband and I don't, because we don't come, like you said, we don't come from that era. We don't come from the phone era, so it's not that important if we have it or not. We try not to allow our kids to just sit at the table and do that. You know, when it's dinner time, you exit that, you put that down, you know, have a conversation. People don't know how to talk to one another. People don't know how to communicate with one another. You know, they don't know how to talk on the phone and have a complete, you know, talking complete sentences anymore because they're all shorthanded in text and doing all that mess.
Right.
And like you said, it's not legit unless it's on Facebook. Well, what did Facebook say? You know,
Right.
it's the end of the world. What did Facebook say? Like, seriously, did you read your Bible? But Facebook said it, huh? So I
great
think
point.
it's really taken away from
Put
just,
that term out there again. What you call it? It's the what?
it's the lonely person's dream.
That's a great point. I'm proud of my man James M. Wilson, man. He married a very smart woman. James M. Wilson, that's my guy.
She make good candy too.
I'm telling you. Any parting shots before we get out of here?
No, I'm good.
What you think about social media?
I think it's terrible. I do. You know, people use it as a way to date now, and they don't really get to know each other. You know, they don't communicate. They don't.
Then you catch them kissing somewhere.
There you go, because they met them on social media.
It's deep. Any parting shots before we get out of here?
Just thank her for coming, man.
Anything?
Yeah, thank you for coming
Oh,
and
thank you,
sharing
thank you.
your goodies with us and the smell goods.
Shoot out your information one more time.
Again, make sure you guys visit Rebellious Beauty. The website is rebelliousbeauty.storeenvy.com, and the party planning company is lcompanyevents.com, one word. Again, you can always reach us at 216-438-3325. Our Valentine's specials will be posted on Facebook, Instagram very soon, so look out for that.
We thank you for coming. I am the host with the most, What's in Store with T. Moore. And like I say all the time, at this time, all the time, when you're having fun, it gets laid early. Deuce.
Pray for Flint.
That's real.
Heck yeah.